long time no see. I have not recorded since my 30-week update. And of course, Polly decides to start playing with the toy that she hasn't played with in months right now. Polly! It's pretty cute. So, just ignore the sound. I'm not going to stop her. She'll get bored eventually. I am doing an impromptu recording of this tonight because I just realized, like, I keep putting notes in and they're long and I need to update because at this point, like, my next update is going to be when she's here if I don't get going. Hey! She's playing on the floor. Maybe if I throw her a scrunchie. So I want to play with that instead. Anyway, so yeah, I am 34 weeks and technically, because it's past midnight, 34 weeks, 4 days right now. But this is my third day technically because I haven't slept yet. Yeah, it is 12:30, June 15th technically now. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to get it all out there, figure out what's been up. Last time I updated, I was like done with my student teaching. And it feels like that was like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, it feels like time is moving so slow right now. I'll get into that later. So just kind of going down the list of things that I was experiencing 4 weeks ago. Crazy. Sciatic pain. I'm 98% sure that's what it is. I literally had the worst pinch in my lower right back, like my tailbone basically, for days, and I could not figure out like how to help it. I stretched. I was doing everything, and it went away eventually. I think she was just kind of sitting on a nerve, but it was bad for a while. I'm not gonna lie. A couple of over a week. I think it was just like really bad, but we're good now. I started getting a lot more period cramps is what I called it because that's all I know what they are. I thought I heard a sound. I've been watching Criminal Minds, so I'm like, when Brandon goes to bed, I'm like, what is that sound? Yeah, I started to get a lot more cramps in that region, and they don't last very long, and they're not bad or anything, but just started to get some tightness and things like that, so I thought that was interesting. Can't sit or lay comfortably, and that has been a factor ever since. Like, even right now, like, I'm out of breath just talking because my right rib cage has been preoccupied by a body part, and it just makes doing really anything very challenging. So laying on by either of my sides, it hurts my hips. Laying on my back is not even good for you, and it hurts my back. Can't lay on my stomach. Can't sit straight because, like I said, she's like in my ribs. So there's really just not like a comfortable position. I will say the most comfortable is on my side, but I have to flip frequently, and even with that, like after a while of laying in bed for too long, it starts to hurt. So I've been waking up a lot earlier and getting out of bed earlier, even though I want to sleep in, because it's just to the point where I'm like, I have to change positions. I have to get up. I have to do something else and then come back later. And that's still the case today. Like, Polly. So, like, fast forwarding really quick, we have been doing a lot of organization. I don't think I can talk. I haven't like recorded one of these in so long. This is so bad, but I'm trying to do it like super fast so that I don't have to edit it, because last time I had to edit it and it just took forever to upload, and I really don't want to have to do that. So just bear with me in my pregnancy brain. Anyway, we've been organizing, and so in that corner over there has been boxes, like giant boxes of her stroller and her bassinet and everything that we hadn't taken out yet. And the cats adopted that as like their little box tower. Anyway, all that stuff is gone now, so I moved some things around and put other toys and like cat structures there. And that's why Polly's playing with this toy for the first time in forever. It's like a brand new toy to her. Anyway. Can't sit or lay comfortably. That is just the way it is. And like standing for too long hurts my feet. Like we're in the uncomfortable phase for sure. But it's okay. It's worth it. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, it's just like a constant thing. But we're good. So a middle name. I wrote this on here. I think I wrote it on here so early on because we hadn't come up with the middle name yet, or like we hadn't solidified it. At this point, we still haven't. It's Olivia. Like, we're so close to the end date here that like he's not coming up with anything else, and I know him, and I know that he doesn't hate Olivia, but for some reason he doesn't love it, and I don't know why he won't just admit that it's the perfect name, Violet Olivia. Like, I just think it's so pretty. Sorry, I just ate a sandwich. And then started talking, so my body's like, whoa, too many things happening at one time. But he said the other day, well, a couple weeks ago, he said, we can do Olivia if I get to pick the name for our next kid. And I was like, babe, I already have our girl name picked out for next time, and our boy name picked out for next time. Like, I hate to break it to you. And I remember telling him originally with the name Violet, I said, if you let me do Violet, you can pick the middle name, which I was honoring, but he wasn't picking anything, and he wasn't picking anything good when he was picking something. So I stepped in and was like, okay, it's gonna be Olivia, and he's fighting it, but I bet you that's what it is. It's still not official because I've told him I need you to officially say that her middle name is Olivia, and he won't do it. So I don't want to like put like her name on stuff and not be that, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Violet Olivia because it's just so pretty. It's just written out really pretty. It's just, I love it so much. I didn't do like separating my weeks, so this is all from like 30 coming down to 34. At some point this all happened. Snow cones. I had a huge like snow cone kick, and I still kind of do. It's evolved though. So like I was craving Bahama Bucks 24/7. I think it's like the heat started to coming in for the summer, and they're just so good, and there's one that's right now down the road. So we were going to Bahama Bucks almost every single night, like literally, because Brandon loves snow cones too. And then that eventually escalated to us going to Sonic instead and getting slushies because it's cheaper, and there's like a straw, so it's just like kind of easier as well. And now we are still going to Sonic. We literally went to Sonic today, but we also, in the meantime, we are eating those like clear, hold on, I definitely have a wrapper around here somewhere. Wait, they're over here. These like clear summer popsicles that you have as a kid. Literally, we'll have like 8 in a row. And it's like he's pregnant with me because he'll eat as many as I do, and he eats all my freaking popsicles. Like, we're just on that like iced sugar kick right now. So much sugar. It's so bad. I know. But what can I say? It's what I want. It's what I want. So we have the popsicles pretty much every day, multiple popsicles a day. And we go to Sonic every couple of days now. And we haven't really been to Bahama Bucks in a while. That's more of like a special treat now rather than like an everyday thing that we were doing. I had my baby shower. That was so fun. Seriously, like, I can't even describe the feeling of like gratitude that I have for the baby shower. My mom and my grandma, they did so much. Like, my mom seriously went so above and beyond for this baby shower, and I was lucky enough to like help plan it and everything and pick stuff out, which was so fun, and like setting everything up and making it how I wanted it. And it was great. We played games, there was prizes. We got so many presents. We are so beyond blessed. I basically got, I would say like 95% of my registry, which is crazy. Like the big items that I wasn't expecting to get, I got, and all the little items like in between. I'm just so grateful, like beyond grateful. And there was a lot of like little surprise gifts in there too, like really sentimental things that people did. And it was just so fun. Did I explain like what we were gonna do? I don't think I did. So because I can't upload pictures or videos or anything on this, otherwise it's gonna take a year for me to upload it. We played games. So the girl game for the girls that came was like the penny in between your legs game. Basically, you had like a handful of pennies. You had to put them in between your legs and try to like waddle to the other side of the room racing somebody without dropping any pennies, like you're going into the bathroom. That was really fun. It took trial and error figuring out how to even play that game because it's easier said than done because it was really easy. So we had to figure out how to make it harder. And then for the boys, we did the balloon where we taped the balloon around their stomachs, and they had to do like activities while they're pregnant, like tying their shoe, getting up from the floor. They all did that like immediately with ease. And I was like, this game is rigged because I can't tie my shoes, I can't shave my legs, I can't do anything like that. So this is not real. And so then I switched it to like, okay, whoever can, you know, the original game was do all of this without popping your balloon. And then I changed it to quickly, whoever can pop their balloon first wins, because it just wasn't working. And then we did so that was the boy game. And then we did the like unisex game for all the guests to play, where we got little tiny baby dolls, like plastic ones that you see in like King's Cakes or whatever. We put them in ice cubes, or my mom froze them in ice cubes, and whoever, we gave cups out with the ice cube frozen baby inside, and we said whoever like how do I word this? My brain, it's not working right now. It's like not registering neurons, so just hold on. If your baby melts it out of the ice cube first, you yell my water broke and you get a prize. That's basically it. And the rule is like you can't mess with the ice cube, it just has to like naturally melt, or you can do anything to the cup but you can't melt the ice cube or touch the ice cube, I mean. So that was really fun. And then we did the diaper wipey raffle, which was really fun. There was lots of yummy food and it was just so pretty. We did a balloon arch, which was easier than I thought, but definitely not something you can just kind of like throw together last minute. Like it took a second. But now that we have all the stuff for the balloon arch, Violet's literally going to get a balloon arch for every occasion because we're putting that to use. And it was really pretty and it was really fun. And like I said, not too hard to do. And it really paid off. What else? It was just fun. It was a good time. I'm very happy with it. On here I said I can't believe it's June, because at that point, like with student teaching, it literally happened at the most perfect time, because I would have not had that energy or motivation in my first trimester, and I definitely wouldn't have it right now in my third. So doing student teaching in my second trimester, like it was so perfect. I had energy, I was distracted. I feel like it made my pregnancy go by so much faster. All the good things. And then student teaching ended, and now I feel like time is dragging. So, but at the same time, you know, student teaching ended at the end of May, and now I'm sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's June. But it's only June 15th, and it's only June 15th since I've said that. Like now it feels like time is going so slow. June 1st, I was like, oh my God, I'm giving birth next month. And now I'm like, hello? Like, where is she? A lot of waiting. I did go to the doctor at some point on here 2 weeks ago. Her heart rate was 148, and I was 32 weeks at this point, and she was measuring at 33 weeks over my belly. So I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have a giant baby. She's measuring a week ahead. And the doctor said everything was normal during that appointment. That was just a routine, coming in, doing the basic stuff, measuring belly and saying bye. I did have an appointment today, which I'll talk about in a little bit. She started kicking so much in the 32, 33 week area, like so much. Me and Brandon would just lay there and feel her like constantly. Like she was having a full-on party for days where she just was going wild. I don't know what got into her, but it was really sweet. And it was just a really nice bonding experience with me and Brandon, because we would just lay in bed and feel her kick for forever. Like she just was going and going and going and going and going. She still stops kicking when I shine my light to record. I have so many belly kick videos. It's insane. Like that's literally my entire Snapchat is saved videos of her kicking. Most of the time when I get the flash out to get the best video, she stops kicking because she's like, ooh, a light, like, ooh, that's exciting. Let me go look at the light. And she gets distracted. So I'll get to her kicking recently later. Let me keep going down the list. But at this point, she was kicking a lot. I'm really sorry for this video. It's so chaotic and I'm a mess, and you know, it is what it is. I'm doing this for Violet, for her to see the reality of her mother right now. I'm definitely pregnant. Definitely pregnancy brain, pregnancy body, pregnant everywhere. What was I saying? Oh, I had headaches for a couple of days, I guess, at some point during these weeks. They don't really happen that much right now anymore, so that was just a random thing. I really think it was the heat coming in. There's been so much more heat recently. And it's only barely June, middle of June. We still got freaking July, and then August is so bad, and then September is just as hot, and then honestly October is pretty hot for a long time. So we're just not getting started. I put so ready for her to be here. I am so ready for her to be here. I've been saying that so much the last like couple of days, just multiple times a day, how like we're so close, but we're so far at the same time. And I know she has to stay in my belly and get bigger and stronger. I know that, and like that's what I want. But at the same time, I wish I could just like go in a coma for, what is it, 48 days now? 40 something days out until she's here, because the anticipation is absolutely killing me. Like, especially with us doing all of my nesting, which I'll get into in a little bit. I'm just like, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's have her. Okay, so this is where I started noticing my hormones were getting the best of me. I started getting really sad. I was crying a lot more easily than I've cried in the past. Like the smallest little comments that someone would make or the smallest inconvenience would make me cry. Not like sob, like uncontrollably. It would definitely be something where it would like still build up, but I would eventually end up crying. And I knew it was my pregnancy hormones. And like, even though you know that you're getting controlled by your hormones, it doesn't make your feelings any less valid, and it also doesn't like help the situation at all. Like, just because I knew they were pregnancy hormones does not mean like, oh, that means that I should stop crying now. Like, no. I was still crying. I just was getting, for a while, very frustrated that I have to rely on so many people right now, and that is such a spoiled thing to say. Like, I just feel that I've lost a lot of my independence, and sometimes that can be frustrating, and I'm so grateful that I have people to rely on in the first place. Like, I'm not complaining about that at all. I would literally not be anywhere without my support system right now. But at the same time, it's just like, when you want to do something, and I'm a Virgo, so like when I want to do something and I want to do it my way, or I want to do it right now, and I can't because whatever reason, It's just like, I just felt kind of useless for a hot second, and it made me feel sad. But we're okay now. This is the good and the bad. Anyway, heartburn. I am getting more frequent heartburn. It's kind of like every other couple of days, and it only lasts for a little bit. Or if it is like an all-day thing, it increments through the day. So it's really not something that's consistent. It was really bad for like a day or two. My mom was like, take Tums. It's really helpful. It's super safe. And I'm like, it's not that serious. Again, I don't like to take medicine if I don't have to, even though it's just Tums. But if it had consistently continued, I would have probably succumbed to Tums because it's not fun. It's really just not fun, honestly. I put on here, this is so random, that I felt her kicks instead of recording. Like I said, I have so many videos of her kicking. Every time she starts kicking, I get my phone out, and I just feel like I have to record it every time because I love to relive memories, and I will go back and watch these videos 100 times. I do all the time. I always go back and watch her little videos. But something in me one night was like, I'm not going to record a single kick. I'm just going to be in the moment, and I'm just going to feel them with my hands. And I have to say, it was a very beautiful experience. Like, every time she kicks, I'm like, Brandon, come here. And like, he's involved. Or if I'm with someone, I'm like, come here, come feel. Or I take my phone out and I'm just like, it's happening. But this time it was just me and her, and I just felt her, and I like closed my eyes and I could feel little like body parts. It was just a bonding moment. So I felt like I needed to write that down. It was really sweet. Now I'm going back to recording. I do both. I do like to just feel it sometimes, but I also love watching the videos back. Oh, okay. Sleeping sucks. Yes, sleeping sucks. I get up at least every 1 to 2 hours to go pee. Again, luckily, I'm a very good sleeper where if I wake up to go pee, I can almost immediately go right back to sleep. It's not a problem for me. If I'm tired, I can sleep, especially if it's in the middle of the night like that. But it's still like I have to wake up, get up, go pee, and then come back. Like, it's just so constant. And again, with the whole sleeping positions and just being in any position at all ever, it's not the best. It's just not the best. Like, you're not overly comfortable when you're pregnant in your 3rd trimester. I will say that. Like, it's not terrible. I am sleeping. I'm not trying to complain. But like, it could be better. And I know it could be better because I've been there before pregnancy. So, yeah, another reason why I can't wait for her to be here, and I can lay on my tummy again, and I can just sleep however I want without a watermelon sticking out of my abdomen. That'd be great. I'm eating smaller portions, and that's very common in the 3rd trimester. I've read that your hunger is still there, just like 2nd trimester, but you don't have as much room now because you're in your 3rd trimester and they're bigger, so you get fuller faster. And what that has just basically means for me is I just eat way more small meals. Like, I still eat a lot throughout the day, but they're just smaller portions than what I'm used to, because you literally run out of room. Like, you can't stuff it in any further. You will pop. Getting hot. It is getting hot. I already said that, but I put it on here. It is getting hot, and I get hot so quickly now, like sweaty. All the fans have to be on at all the time. Like, I used to be, Brandon would always turn the fan on, and it would make me so cold and frustrated because I don't mind having like still air. That makes sense. Brandon has always been like, I can't have just like the air sit still. It has to be moving even if it makes me cold or whatever. I never minded that back in the day. But now, if the fan is off, I think I'm going to have like a full-on panic attack because it gets so hot so quickly. My armpits are so sweaty, like TMI, but like nothing else ever sweats on me except my freaking armpits, and I don't know what to do about it. just so you know. Okay, we did the room, which means that, so after the baby shower and all of the lovely things that my mom has gotten Violet over the course of this entire pregnancy has just been in boxes and bags laid throughout the room. I have really good before and after photos that I will do a whole video about, like turning our room into her temporary nursery just for memories. So I will have to edit that video, but I'm hoping that by the time I'm doing that video, I can delete all my school videos off of here so that I have more storage, and hopefully that makes the editing process a little bit better. What's happening is I have all of my school videos saved on here still because I'm not done with them, and I would hate to like submit something, delete that video, and need to like fix something after the submission and not have the video, if that makes sense. Like tonight I just submitted my professional portfolio, which is fantastic. That is a project that I can check off. I still have 2 more things to do for school, but I did do a big project tonight. I'm not going to delete any of the stuff of the videos and camera pictures and stuff, just in case it bounces back and they're like, hey, you need to fix this or something. So anyway, by the time I'm able to record her room and everything's actually fully finished and 100% set up and everything, I'll have more storage to edit that and put that up. But it's been really sweet. Like we have, I'll just do that video, but we've done a lot of accommodations to that room to just try to make it as livable as we can while we are waiting for our house. I think I talked about our house last time. Our lease is up for this apartment in September, which I need to talk to Brandon about now that I think it's early September, and our house won't be available until early October, so we need to extend the lease, and I don't know when we need to tell them that. Maybe he already has. I'm sure he has. So October we're moving. So exciting. We're getting a house. Yay! It's a 4-bedroom house. I am so like, that's a whole other thought, because like my life is just like changing so much right now. It's insane. Let me go through the rest of this, and then I'll talk about just like miscellaneous things, because this is already a 27-minute video. Oh my god. To be fair, it is a month long of updates, but it's because I can't get a freaking thought out. So we did the room. It's really exciting. I will make a whole video about that. Anyway, we went to the doctor today, and she asked me, it was supposed to just be my 34-week checkup, where it's just measuring the belly like normal. She gave me a couple of labor tips and told me like what to look for. If my water breaks, come to the hospital immediately. If I have contractions every 5 minutes for 2 hours straight, I can go to the hospital. All the stuff. She asked me when she walked in, before she told me all that though, how are you doing? Is Violet moving? How's it going? And I was like, she's moving. She is moving. But there was one night, a couple of nights ago, that my doctor told me every 2 to 3 hours is normal movement. If you haven't felt her move for 4 or more hours, like do a lot of like eat a meal, drink something cold, lay on your side, like start trying to make her kick after 4 hours. I think I was just in my hormonal phase or something. I don't know, but I was like starting to panic because I was like, I don't remember the last time she moved. I know she moved earlier in the day, and I just couldn't remember when she moved after that. And I started to get really, really nervous, because then I started trying to make her kick and she wasn't kicking. She did end up kicking like 1 or 2 little bumps, but then in my head I was thinking like, that's not enough. I'm so used to her doing like full-on punches and belly rolls that these little like bumps to me weren't enough to ease my worries, until she eventually started kicking more and more throughout the night. So I just told my doctor that. I was just like, there was just one night where I just was like, I finally started counting the hours, which I hadn't really needed to do because I know she moves all the time, but there was one night where I had to count the hours and it was stressing me out. She immediately took me into the ultrasound room, and she was like, we just need to, she thought everything was fine, and she checked the heartbeat and everything was fine, but she was like, just for your peace of mind, I want you to see her and see her move and know that she's in there and she's okay. So we got an ultrasound today, which is great, but it was kind of like, I got kind of nervous because she kind of made it a bigger deal than what I expected her to, which I'm so grateful for, that she immediately took me in the ultrasound room and was like, look, she's fine. But it made me kind of nervous because I was like, that's like the first concern I've had. And it was like a half concern because she did end up moving, and she was moving all the time. And she literally gave me, it was so funny, she gave me the biggest kick right, like maybe 2.4 seconds before the doctor walked in for the ultrasound. I was like, oh my God, she literally just kicked. And she's like, it's okay, we're still going to do the ultrasound. And she's good. Everything's good. I've learned where she is in my belly today. So I'm going to show you a belly update. Ugh. This is unedited, so just watch me try to get up. It's a sad sight to see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, belly update. So starting from to be fair, I'm getting on the couch. Front of my belly. So this is my right rib. Her butt is here. Her butt is here, her back is here, and she is head down. When I feel her kick, she's mostly on the sides. So that's like her hands and feet that I feel, is what she said. But my right rib has been occupied by her butt, and that's why I can't breathe or sit anymore, because her butt is there. It's so cute. But that is a belly update. I feel like she's kind of lower, but she's not dropping or anything crazy. But she does look kind of lower today, doesn't she? That's a big old belly. Let me just get back comfortable. Something that I learned today, we didn't do any like measurements or weight or anything. She said we're going to wait for the, what was it? 36-week appointment in 2 weeks. And something she did notice, hello, sorry, so close, getting a pillow behind me. Something she did notice, and she thought this might be why I haven't really been feeling bigger movements the past couple of weeks, which I told her that too. I was like, I feel her move, but like I wrote down that one time, like me and Brandon literally could just feel her absolutely having a field day. And so now when she gives these little like baby kicks, these smaller kicks, these smaller movements, I'm worried that like something, like she doesn't have as much energy or something. And she said that a lot of things are happening. So like position of where she's at, you're not going to feel as much, because like I said, she really only has like my sides to even make much of movements on, and that's where I feel her anyway. Also, my fluid is like 23 something, and it's 25 or higher is like not ideal. So she said I'm in the upper normal. Like it's still normal, but it's in the upper normal, which is the same thing that she said about, I think, her weight. Like she was in the upper percentile, but still normal. So anyway, she said if there's a lot of fluid and everything, then you will probably not feel every single movement, because she's just floating around in too much water, and there's that barrier between her and your skin. And she also explained it that like she's in the same like size spot, basically. Like yes, it's growing, but in comparison with her, before she was able to do like big movements because she was smaller, and now that she's bigger, it's like smaller movements. So that's going to be a smaller movement. The fluid's going to make it where I don't really feel every single kick and movement, and just where she's positioned, sometimes like you're not going to feel it. So it just made me feel better. And yeah, my doctor's great. So that's what's been up for the past month. Basically everything I said. Now what's to come is super exciting. So we actually signed up for some classes, which are not the classes that I thought we were going to sign up for. you have to wait until you're 32 weeks to sign up for the classes, and then when you do sign up for the classes, there's like no availability. They fill up so fast. So I didn't sign up for the infant CPR, which I want to. I'm gonna have to find a different like course to take or something just to refresh my memory. I've been certified before, but maybe closer to her due date, I want to refresh my memory, and Brandon needs the whole shebang anyway. So we're definitely gonna find something for that. We signed up for the tour of the like hospital and the women's tour suite thing of where to go when we get there when I'm in labor and the rooms and stuff like that. So we're going to do that in 2 weeks, the day before our next appointment for 36 weeks. Brandon signed up for, it's called Daddies Do More Than Diapers, which is so cute. He was so excited about it. I really thought that he would want me to go with him. Just the thought of him going to a class by himself with a bunch of dads, like I just didn't see him wanting to do that, but he does. And he was like, you're not coming, like you're a mom, these are for dads. And I just think it's so sweet, and I'm so lucky that I can't breathe because there's a butt in my rib. I'm just so lucky that he like wants to do it. He's gonna be such a good dad. I'm so excited. Father's Day is this weekend, and oh my gosh, I just wish she was here for him. But he's just going to be such a fun dad. Like, I just cannot wait to see him as a dad. Like, we're so close. We're so close. I just can't wait. So he has that class, but it's not until, like, the middle of July. So if she comes early, I wonder if I'll still go to that. But it's basically, like, talking about just like basic infant care and like how to take care of your partner, like postpartum and things like that. So it's Daddies Do More Than Diapers, to actually give them some knowledge, which is good. And then 36 weeks when I have that appointment, which I'll talk about when I get there, but that's when she's going to start doing cervical checks and stuff like that. And that's when it's going to start getting real, because last couple appointments gathered 2 weeks apart, but like it's just like in and out. Now we're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I am just so beyond excited to have her here. I literally, there's just no words. I'm in my nesting phase. I can't wait to do the little video about her little room that we set up for her. It's of course not not a forever solution type of thing. It's literally just until we get our house. But we are just making the absolute most of what we have and the space that we have. And I'm so blessed. And my mom, again, is helping so freaking much with everything. Like, literally, Violet is so spoiled. And I'm so spoiled because I have Violet. Like, she's just such a blessing. I'm so happy to have her. I just can't wait until she's here. I have all her little like swings set up and her stroller set up, and I just want her here so bad. So bad. But anyway, this is such a long video. I really did not think it would be that long. I felt like I talked as fast as I could, and I barely even scratched the surface on some of this stuff, and I'm still 40 minutes in, so sorry. That's what I get for not doing it for a full month and having 4 weeks of updates, but probably gonna happen again. Maybe I won't see you until I'm 38 weeks or she's here, but like I'll try not to. Once I can delete these school videos, I feel like I'll have more motivation to want to do some updates, because I know it won't be such a pain to upload. But anyway, this is not going to be edited. I've said that 100 times, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's also 1:10 in the morning and my brain is turned off. She is kicking right now and it's making me have to go pee. Her butt is still in my rib 24/7. I don't know how to move it over. I guess I'm just not going to breathe until July, so that's fine. But yeah, next time I'll talk more about our tour that we go on and our 36-week appointment. I'll try to do an update in 2 weeks, because I feel like at this point I want to start doing 2-week updates just until we get there, because like, what if I don't even make it to 40 weeks? What if she comes early? Or what if she's like super late and it's like 42 weeks and I still haven't had her yet? Oh my gosh. I just can't wait to like know how big she is and everything. And like, I don't know. I just can't wait. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye and see you hopefully in 2 weeks and go from there. Violet is kicking right now and she says bye. And yeah. I can breathe. 40-minute video. I'm trying to think of anything else. That's it. Bye.